Hello, my name is Anessa, and I'm part of the Head CA team here at Stanford's Code in Place. And today I have a very special guest, one of my best friends, who's going to be telling you a little bit about software engineering.
My name is Mark. I graduated from Stony Brook University in Long Island, and I'm currently working as a software developer for some random company in Albany, New York. That's me.
What did you major in at Stony Brook University, and how did you end up in software development?
Sure. So I started my Stony Brook career as a chemistry major, but I was turned down because my grades weren't so good. So then I was like, what can I do? And I decided to do applied math. And later at some point I took a course, and I think it was in C language, and I really liked programming. So I decided to do both of those majors. And yeah, I ended up having computer science as a major as well.
Okay, that's very cool, Mark. Can you tell us a little bit about your day-to-day at work, or what you spend most of your time doing?
Sure. Well, I'm actually working now. This is my work laptop. Some people in my company have multiple screens, but I usually just have one screen. And yeah, like it's of course could be more convenient to have, I don't know, your development workstation one screen and another, but I'm able to do it in one screen. It's my preference. But yeah, my day-to-day work is goes like this. So in the morning we have a meeting called Scrum, and this is basically a meeting where it goes like maybe from 10 to like 15 minutes, where every developer on the team, and our team of development is like pretty small, 8 developers or so, and we each give update. And the updates usually include like what did we do yesterday, what we're planning to do today, and also if we have any blockers. So this is how the day starts. And usually the work can be very different. It depends on what projects the company is focusing on. Currently, I'm doing some projects related to my company is sending millions of emails to people. And yeah, usually I get to interact a lot with developers because whatever we're doing never happens in isolation. So it's always like messaging or getting on calls. I'm really happy that I'm working remotely. I don't want to work in the office ever again. Yeah, so the technological stack that my company uses is all over the place. There are like pretty much every single computer language you can think of: Java, JavaScript, Kotlin, Scala, Ruby, Python, whatever, C++. We have, yeah, and lots of different technologies that they use. For example, yeah, not even to get into this, but because there is really a lot. So yeah, it's pretty fluid. Sometimes emergency problems come in, bugs. We have to troubleshoot things, but yeah, it's pretty chill. Like for except the times when it's not. Any more questions, Ness, from you?
So I'm trying to think of a good one right now, because you answered a lot of the questions before I had the chance to ask them.
Yeah. I figured that's
I
didn't really prepare. Like once again to a rant.
You mentioned the process of troubleshooting. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So my company has at least 5 different websites that are a part of it. And it also has some internal facing tools that people within the company use. And stuff breaks all the time. And sometimes it breaks due to developers. Sometimes nothing breaks, and actually someone thought something broke. But yeah, when something like this happens, they create what's called an emergency ticket. And developers get notified, hey, there is an issue, take a look at this. And as a team, we try to find who would be the right person to take care of this issue, because in a team everyone has good knowledge of coding, but every single developer has worked with different systems just because of how huge the entire company is and how many different things they do. So it happens that every developer has some sort of like niche knowledge of some system. And yeah, so how does troubleshooting work? Well, first of all, it's really nice when whoever is reporting an issue can provide a detailed report on what exactly is not working, like what are the steps to reproduce. And I guess the very first step is try to understand what the issue is that people are having, because sometimes people think they're having an issue, but they're just, I don't know, putting a wrong password or not clicking the right button. Stuff like this happens all the time as well. But yeah, once the first step is to verify whether this bug is possible to replicate. So I'll try to do exact steps that the people provided, and if they haven't, I'm going to try to reach out to them. And this, of course, may last a day, 2 days, weeks, months, depending on how important this issue is to them and how willing they are to respond. But yeah, once I or someone else identifies a bug, we're trying to figure out what's causing the bug. Is it something on us? Is this something that the people are doing wrong? And if it's a bug, what kind of bug is it? Is it something wrong with the database, or is this something wrong with internet connection? Is it something wrong with the code? And yeah, once we find out what the issue is, someone then tries to fix the issue, and then we do a review of the fix. So one person does the fix, and we have at least one person who reviews what the other developers do. And in the process of the review, whoever is reviewing will leave some feedback if there are some issues with the fix. And after that, the fix is going to be deployed. And yeah, that is what happens with troubleshooting.
And do you have any final words of encouragement or advice for the brand new coders just starting to learn Python?
Sure. Well, it can seem very intimidating, but I think like the main thing that really helped me to become a better developer is to get a grasp of really basic concepts. And always, like, I would suggest to take some extra time to make sure you understand the concepts, because coding languages, there are so many programming languages, and you can, once you know one language, it's really easy to transition into another language. But as long as you have these like core concepts like for loops, if statements, conditional, whatever those concepts are, and there are a lot of them. And always, I learned a lot from other developers and just getting advice from people who know how to code. So like getting good feedback is great. And don't do computer science if you don't like it. If you don't enjoy it, you're not gonna like it. If you're liking it, keep doing it.
So thank you, Mark, for joining us today, and thank you everybody for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions for myself or for Mark, and I can relay them.